Well, a rather busy day today. I really didn't know. When I woke up today, I didn't know what was going to happen. Could we train at the farm? There's so much frost coming out of the track. It ends up with pockets of dampness, right? Frost holes. Any of you that ever raced in any of the tracks, especially in Canada and Ontario, you know about that. Flamborough Downs has a number of them. There's some at Northfield Park, sometimes in the spring, the Meadows. All these tracks have tendencies, right? That you know they're coming, you know where they go. The far turn by the road gets really wet, so you have to watch that. And then there's some frost holes coming out of the last turn at Tomiko Training Center. They weren't too bad today. We were able to maneuver around them, but when push came to shove, it worked out really well. We got our horses trained today, so it was a great training day. I was really pumped because we got to see a lot of horses we've been working on, whether it was a change of their equipment or shoeing, or the week off from last week just from Mother Nature. How did they go today? I was super pumped, a lot of them. Nothing But a Dreamer was fantastic today. Absolutely fantastic. I talked to Ron, our caretaker. Ron's an older gentleman, loves his horses and works hard on them. And, with him, I said, Ron, you just got to keep working really hard on Nothing But a Dreamer's feet. So here's the thing. Nothing But a Dreamer's got a little bit contracted feet up front. Those are his triggers. He has a lot of wrinkles throughout him. You'll see him if you've ever been to the farm. You see him start out off right hind, a little stiff right hind, and comes out of it. Trained great today, but all those wrinkles are there, right? They all stem from his feet. So we have to continue to work really hard on his feet. I said every day, either reducing his feet or poultice his feet or sweat his feet. Every day you need to be working on his feet. Keep them pliable. Keep them functioning properly. Then we have to make sure the blacksmith's there every 2 weeks to make sure this horse stays down. I don't want him getting up around 53 degrees. Keep him down around 50. Keep spreading his heels out. These are things that we have to work on with this horse all the time. And if we do our job right, then you can start chipping away at the secondary issues. His back gets sore. His hocks get sore. His knees, he's a muscle mass, so his knees are predominantly sore also. So you have to work on his feet, work on his knees, and then, blue lotion over his back, put scurf, a little pain, a little blister on his knees and hocks and stifles every so often. Training a horse. This is what training horses is all about. And there's no cookie cutter way to take care of horses. A horse like Nothing But a Dreamer is not like most other horses. So you have to tailor a maintenance schedule for him. This is what we want to look for, whether it be the blacksmith or the vet or just the all-around care of the animal. This is what it has to look like every day. Ron's on the right track with this horse, and because he's on the right track, he looked great today. We had a number of horses go to Mohawk today to train. We had 9. Let me see if I can get it quick. I'm going to put myself in the spot here. Harry had High Gear No Fear, 1 mile and 2-1. But again, don't get too excited. I told Harry, and Harry said the same thing to me. His hair still looks a little rough. So put more work into this horse. By the time we start High Gear No Fear, he will be ready to rock. 2-1 today, which is easy for a horse like him. Also today, Italia Sealster, you see her name on the site. Brenda bought off on gate and it dropped off at her barn. She trained at 59, so she's pretty much ready to go. Maybe not the soundest horse in the world. Harry said her knees bother her a little bit, plus she's a little toed in, so a little what horsemen would call pigeon-toed, which puts a lot of pressure on the splints in the knees, and Harry was 100% correct. I'm certain he was. He said, but they're like that, gotta lower her a little bit and work hard on her splints, and I think she'll sound up. Smart horseman and understands exactly what has to happen. So very happy to hear that. I didn't really pay that much attention to Italia Sealster over the last 2 weeks, but mile and 59 got my attention. She's ready to go now. Who else did he have over there? He had 3. Who was the other horse? Italia Sealster, High Gear No Fear. I don't know. It'll come to me. Give me a minute. Oh, I knew who it was. Tie One On. 2-2 last half in 59. He said she was awesome. I told him, I said, there's no rush with this filly. She's non-winners of 3. She's got way too much money made to be bouncing around the class at Mohawk. Her first start will be in the PA All-Stars. I think this is a legit heavyweight for us in PA this year. Harry's super excited about this filly. He loves her. He said if we can just put some weight on her, he said, I'm telling you, this could be a good horse. I know it can. Her sister was great for us. Right? Her brother looks like he's on his way to being great for us. The whole family's done us a lot of good. So definitely a good mare kicking around at Schaefer Standardbreds in Pennsylvania. That's who we got all 3 of those horses off of. So Tailgate Buzz was very good today. Again, that would be her brother. So Harry had those 3 horses go over. Now, I had moved some horses out of Harry's barn. We had a girl. She doesn't work there anymore. She worked for us for about 2 months. Did a good job, but resigned. Had other stuff going on in her life. And, Harry has 2 excellent caretakers in Nellie and her mom. Oh, they do a great job. Now we have Anna, who many of you guys know from social media. Her and her father own some horses with us, own Simba with us, and they own Doso Pine. Anna loves the horses. And for her school, she got a placement at the barn to help out Harry's barn. So they have about 12 or 13 horses there. We'd moved some horses out of that barn because I wanted to move Resolute Bay in there also. Jason's not there right now. I want to keep an eye on him. Harry's racing on Ontario. It's only fair that the Ontario trainers have those stake horses. So Resolute Bay moved over to Harry's barn. I had moved My Mini Miracle, Laugh Now, and Better Be Sawyer to Dominic. Right? Brody's going to take care of those horses. We also took Steve's horse over, Crew Chief. Well, I don't know what Steve wants to do with that horse. He may end up on the site. This is a Trixton horse he bought as a baby, trained down, qualified him at 2. Steve Boston's did a great job getting him ready to go. And then for whatever reason, I believe Steve Boston's was a little busy and decided, hey, maybe it makes more sense having this horse up near Toronto. So they moved Crew Chief up to us. He trained today a doubleheader at Mohawk. Now, Brody said, I trained him, I was pulling him up, and he stopped, and he wouldn't move. So I said, next time he does that, just wait him out. Do you know how hard it is for a racehorse after a training mile to stand still for 10 minutes, 5 minutes? It's impossible. Once they take one step forward, then they'll start moving. The little filly lady, what the hell's her name? My God, what's wrong with me today? The 2-year-old filly will do that. You just wait them out. They get a little anxious, they'll move. So he said, Cindy came out, they unhooked him and walked him back. I said, never do that again. Just sit there and wait. There's no one there. Just sit and wait. He'll move. When he does, he'll go on. But now that he knows that he can get ahead of you, he may try that again. So Crew Chief trained great today. For Steve out there watching this, it's really hard to go 1.5 miles at Mohawk, right? It's a pain in the butt. So I told him, just go a doubleheader. I don't really like doubleheaders, but they're not going to kill him. So I said, just go 1.45 miles, pull him up, walk him around, and then go 1 mile and 2:20. He said he won 1 mile and 21, which is great. Crew Chief, probably 4 or 5 weeks from the races, and looked really good when I went with him last week. And Brody said, aside from the throwing it into park, he did everything right. So very happy with him today also. So Laugh Now trained in 2.5, 2.6, somewhere around there. He's getting close. A little bugger. He's getting close. We'll see how he is over the next 2 weeks or so. And My Mini Miracle. Quarter crack's better. It did show a tiny bit of blood today just jogging. So the blacksmith's going to take more of that foot away, take some of the pressure off that area so it can grow down. It's just in a weird place. So it's just a matter of cleaning it up. And again, we want to get those winter corks off My Mini Miracle. You'll likely see her show up somewhere in London, Flamborough next week. And then Better Be Sawyer also. Few little things with her blood, but no glaring discrepancies. So, as I said to my partners on the filly, it's pretty simple. She'll thump a condition claimer. We'll race her in a condition claimer for a start or two, put a couple more wins on her, hopefully, and then probably move her along. She's not a stake filly, but that doesn't mean she's not going to be an extremely useful horse for somebody. Maybe somebody out there wants to race her in the grassroots or the prospect and prove us wrong. Well, you're going to get your chance here in another couple of weeks. And we had talked about this. So those horses trained really well today at Mohawk. Laugh Now, Captain Mike Dio, Cindy said was very good. Another horse's blood didn't come back horrible. A few little things, his differential was flipped. Maybe he's a little under the weather. He'll be back in to go. I was trying to get him ready for next Monday, and then Dominic just told me, they don't race Monday or Thursday next week. In all my time at Mohawk and Woodbine, I've never seen them take gaps. Missed 2 cards like Monday, Thursday. Apparently it was scheduled maintenance on the track. Okay, so Captain Mike Dio trained good today, but again, he won't be ready till next Friday, I guess. I don't think there's anything. I mean, we could race him in London or Flamborough, but I don't really want to be honest. So I think he'll just miss another week. Grace trained with Tioga Sunshine. Also, they were both very good. 2.9, 2.10. The only dig was James said Grace was extremely hot. She has a tendency to get a little warm. We raced her in a snake court a couple of times last year. We'll hang her up a little differently and maybe even put her into school Friday. Again, I want to look at her schedule. If there's no necessity to have her ready right now in March, which I don't think there is, she doesn't fit the spring series. So all she fits is a non-winners of 3. Very similar situation to Taiwan, right? Her first start's a PA All-Stars. Now, the non-winners of 3 is there, and I think they're good enough to win it. Then what? Careful. You don't want to get them ready too early to race against some Bearcats. So, I think it's just a matter of timing with these fillies. When do we want them ready? Because they're ready right now, whenever we want them ready. Whenever we open that door, they're ready to go. So that's what we'll do. So 10 minutes in, wow. So I want to get to the list today, who schooled today. I was happy, or who trained today. Very happy. I'll make some comments on some horses I thought were very good. There were some horses that were kind of ordinary. A couple that made breaks I wasn't really that worried about, and a couple that made breaks I am. One horse, Fashion Presidente, trotting good, but making breaks in the same place, the Mary and Jerry place. That's what we call the Mary and Jerry point of the mile. That's where Mary and Jerry sit all the time. And Fashion Presidente continues to make breaks there. That will come to an end, but he made one today. So let's start with set number 1. We went out in the track, got a feel for the track. Crantini was good. James said, still throwing his head a little bit. I think he made a mistake going slow, but once he was going fast, he was okay. Whispering Song was not in the first. There was a screw up. Somehow Chocolate for Lunch got tossed in the first. And Whispering Song ended up in the second. Enzo Aguayo, Mario went with him, said, man, he's a nice horse, isn't he? Does everything right. I come screaming on the outside with Lady All-Star. I'm telling you, this is a different horse now. In the barn, she's starting to shine. She's got her head over the gate. She's playful. She understands her work, and she is very good at it. She was awesome today. Made a little break in the first turn, but Wayne McGeen came with us, and we got jammed up in the first turn. Everybody was trying to find the proper line in the first turn. That turn is soaked. So when there's a shell of like semi-frozen mud on top of that, he gets that hollow sound to it. And we're just trying to find the proper line for the horses in set number 1. And we got jammed up a little bit. And I wasn't taking hold of her. I ran up on top of Wayne, and she made a break. But she came right up trotting and did her work immaculately after. Very impressed with Lady All-Star today. She looked really good. Danny said Full Heart was really good. Cutie Cumber was flying in the middle. I was on the far outside. And then Brody was clearing the front with Chocolate for Lunch and made a break. And I told him after, you got to watch her. Her brother used to do that too. You got to watch her down by the wire. That's where she'll overpace herself. She was clearing to the lead when she did it. Who was on the front? Enzo. She was trying to get past Enzo, and it looked like she might get by him. Mario was just sitting there, and I come screaming on the far outside. Cutie Cumber was in the middle, and then Brody made a break. So all those horses were good in that set. Full Heart must have been right there also. Carter Michael Dio trotted well, but ripped both his front shoes off. Now, he didn't cut himself or anything, so I don't know how he sheared them both off. That's the first time. Some horses are more inclined to grab those flip-flops, but that's the first time he's ever lost a shoe, so it's kind of odd. He lost both of them. We just got him shod right now, and Johnny said he was good otherwise. Second set, so Whispering Song was in there. Who went with Whispering Song? Greg went with Whispering Song, said she was good. A little rough in the straightaways, but I haven't gone with her in a while. Everybody said she's been great. I don't know. A lot of these horses also are due to be shod, right? And you saw how a Glary M looked last night, and I will blame it on the Winter Cork. I'll wait for her blood to come back, but I will blame last night's break on Winter Cork. There's a reason we don't race them in the summer with Winter Cork on. When the track at Mohawk is summer conditions and we have winter condition shoes on, that's what happens sometimes. Whispering Song a little rough in the straightaway. Not really that worried about it. Old Check was good. Real Fear was real good. Amy had More Than You Know, who I couldn't get to her down the lane. Colt looked awesome. He's getting big. You guys are going to start paying attention to More Than You Know. I believe there's shares up in the site for sale. If there's not, they will be soon. This is Miss Mildred's brother. I just didn't know how a lot of these private horses, when they come, people don't really pay attention to them that much. So some of them, like her, like Mo Power Baby, I never put shares up, but I will at some point. But make no mistake, More Than You Know looks like a nice horse. He doesn't have that crazy squirrely eye that his sister had. For Heston Blue Chip, he's really calm and on the right line a little bit. I think his knees are just bugging him a bit, and they'll do that this time of year. Just don't overexert him, hang him up properly, and I think you're going to see More Than You Know show up in a really big way come June, July, August, and thereafter, I hope. Anyway, Real Fear was good. Steering much better like that. I was happy with him. I keep telling her, let her hobbles out, let us hobbles out. More than you know, we got to let those out also. I just thought they were a little too tight. Both these horses were impressive. Rito Legacy, Johnny said, was good. Starting to put a weight on and look good now. Whispering Songs, I said, was in there good. Victor Cruz, Brody said, was good also. We were pacing pretty hard on the end of it. May Lose Control. Kenny went with May Lose Control. It was all right. And Captain the Air, all right also. All those horses went 28-30, that particular set. Set number 3, the only stirring, frustrating part, Merchant Man switched his tail again today. I'm cutting his nuts out. They're coming out on Friday. He'll be the last horse, I believe, for now anyway, castrated in the burn. I warned him the other day about pinning his ears and switching his tail. He didn't listen. So he tried it again today. His work gets, when he gets a little deep in the mile, he gets a little pouty. And that happens with a lot of horses, right? A lot of the ones we castrated, a lot of the ones we've been working on, this is a problem with them. So the best way for us to nip that in the bud, so to speak, is to castrate the horses. Merchant Man will be castrated on Friday morning. So if we do train Saturday, you're not going to be able to see him. Marshall Zukov was good. Una Madonna was good also. Greg went with her, said she was good. Gandalf the Black, I believe Mario didn't say anything bad about Gandalf the Black. Now, who did I have in there? I'm missing a horse, so I had Merchant Man. That's what I'm saying. Merchant Man did his work okay. Brace for Landing was the winner in there. Tailgate Buzz made a break at the wire. I think Johnny said he just thought maybe he had his hobbles too long and thought that he probably should have a Murphy blind in the inside. He hasn't made a break in a while. He made a break. Merchant Man was beside him, and I believe Amy came and picked us off with Brace for Landing. He looked very good. Tailgate Buzz was awesome. Brace for Landing was good. And Merchant Man did his work. I think so highly of this horse. I think he's got a very bright future, and I won't put up for the crankiness and the poutiness, switching your tail, pinning your ears. No, not going to happen. So he's going to be castrated on Friday morning. But trained in 2:30 today and looked good doing it. I expect a lot more from Merchant Man. A lot more. Horse that really impressed me today, Sir Strong. Circled the entire field coming out of the last turn and beat everybody and looked awesome doing it. Smoking Hot Irish Girl looked fantastic also. Who did Johnny? No, that was wait, no. I jumped ahead a set. I had Sipping on My Shine. Wire to Wire, my only concern with Sipping on My Shine, a little squirrely. And here's my take on the What the Hills. They're a bit of an empty nest up top. You combine that with a certain amount of stubbornness, and now you have What the Hills. That's how all the ones we have are. But Sipping on My Shine and Columbus are both getting so much better now. Sipping on My Shine was he was angry at the start. He wanted to get going. And then finally I just said, well, he's going to run if I don't. So I put him on the front, which really didn't help him. I mean, he trotted beautifully and won the set easily. Wait now, he may not have won that set easily. No, I got beat. Tell you about the horse that picked me off late. But Sipping on My Shine did great. I think he's one of these horses, he's going to learn more from schoolers than he is going miles and 30. So I'll allow what he's doing now. I'll allow it for now. I'll try and chip away and teach him and have him sit behind. But I think he's going to learn a lot more when we get him closer to the track. He just reminds me of one of those horses. The horse that came and picked me off, Landing Strip, was absolutely awesome again today. This horse that hit his knee the other day in the gate, his knee blew up. I said to Mary, how was he? He goes, killer. Just a very, very nice horse. Smoking Hot Irish Girl was flying on the outside also. Amy went with her. She was awesome too. Mo Power Baby was there also. Leaps and Bounds was in behind us, and Anchors Up finished right behind us. He's just a step down from these horses. He's taller and lankier than them. It's going to take time, so I guess it was unfair. All these horses were ready to rock today, and he was just ready to kind of do his work. The next set, as I said, Sir Strong circled the entire field to win. Silent Assassin was good in there. Landing Pad was good. I just picked off Spitfire Overseas to the wire, but I had the bead on him. We came out of the turn. Danny never saw me coming. I was way on the outside, and by the time he saw me coming, it was too late. I already picked him off. Spitfire Overseas was very good otherwise. Coupe de Ville was good. Mario said, a little hot. I said, yeah, she should have a mini bit on. Mini bit on that filly from now on. No changes otherwise, though. I don't want to change her. I think she's going great. Just needs a mini bit. So we'll get her a mini bit. Not a big deal. And who else in there? Amy went with Hasty Bit, James's horse. He was looking at everything on the track. He didn't do his work well today, but James knows him well. And it's the first time maybe he ever sat behind him. He did his work, but a couple of breaks, bouncing around, being a goof, just being silly. Set number 6, Sister Solange was very good, but I won the set with Nothing But a Dreamer. He was exceptionally good. Columbus was good. Lost Spirit was good again. Magical Tom was right there, and High Enterprise. All 6 of those horses were somehow across the track finishing up in one form or another within a length or two of one another. They all looked very, very good. Just a great set of horses there. Very impressed with everybody, but super impressed with Nothing But a Dreamer. As I said to Ron, he goes, wow, he was so much better. I said, yeah, just keep working on him. You're chipping away at that exterior. We'll get him perfect. You have him good, but he can be better. It all comes from his feet and his knees. So work on his feet, keep working on his knees. Everything will come. The horse looked great today. Set 7, Fashion Presidente made a break. No big deal. We'll get him squared. Don't worry. He'll be fine on Saturday. Swinging Senorita was awesome. I just couldn't track down, of all horses, pay attention, a huge day today for Hill Street Blues. A winner came first over, cleared me in the last turn. I come back at him down the lane, but I couldn't get to him. I couldn't get by him. Hill Street Blues was too strong today for Swinging Senorita, but she was very good. Who else was good in there? Tactical Mounds was good again. Dominic set last. He said, in that sticky corner, I said, she's a big lanky filly. You just got to let her ease up into contention. Let her smell the blood in the water. She'll do the rest. Who else in there? Warby Uri, mile and 2:32 today. So very happy with him. Twin Cedars All-Star went a good mile today also. Very happy with him. So surprising, we have some horses making headway. Twin Cedars All-Star was better. Warby Uri was better. Hill Street Blues won the set and looked fantastic. And Swinging Senorita was exceptionally good today also. Then we went out in the last set. Rosita's Dream. Got to tinker with the shoes a little bit still. He's a little stubborn little bugger. As I said to Mary and Jerry pulling up, I said, I guarantee you we throw some hard work at this guy over the next week. Rosita's Dream. It was a horse when I was a kid growing up. Rosina's Road. I can't believe I remember that. Rosita's Dream was, he just needs some work, and he'll get it. What a Mission was winning the whole set, made a break at the wire, but trained awesome today. Austral Hanover was good also. Cash Deals did her work well. And depend on it, I'm pulling the trigger. I'm selling them. I had a guy call me and offer me 10 grand last week. I turned it down, but I think I'm going to call him back. Depend on it, just is what he is. It's not what we're looking for. So we'll take care of Depend on it real soon. As usual, dirty day. I'm at the car wash. Got to get the big girl a bath right now. That is it. All 8 sets. Super impressed with the number of horses here today. Let's see if I can get them all before we get too far in. Enzo Guale was awesome. Lady All-Star was awesome. More Than You Know, Real Fear, both awesome today. Brace for Landing, Tailgate Buzz, very, very good today. We're gelding Merchant Man because of today. He was good, but just not good enough. Sipping on My Shine was great. Smoking Hot Irish Girl was great. Landing Strip, High Enterprise, Sir Strong was great today. Spitfire Overseas, everybody from set 6, Nothing But a Dreamer especially. And then a huge set in race 7. I'm going to lose you. I have to let you go. Great day of training at Mohawk. Great day of training at the track. Cross your fingers for Saturday. The weather's not going to be great. It's going to be muddy tomorrow too. Not very happy about it. Take care.